Welcome to another session of personal finance training. Today we're looking at the final session of the several sessions on credit card, managing the credit card debt. Like, share, subscribe. As you know, this is presented by Accounting Lecturer.
Do you have high interest debt that you aren't sure how to pay off? Are you dreaming of a vacation to get away from it all? Or just wondering how to pay for a large purchase? A personal loan could be right for you. Personal loans are a great way to cover the cost of something you want or need in life and for consolidating debt while breaking down the payments month by month at a reasonable fixed monthly rate. Unlike a credit card, which could have changing rates and potentially be left open forever, your personal loan has a definitive payoff date. You can even pay it off early with no prepayment penalties. Be sure to watch out for high interest rates offered by online lenders. With rates often up to 40%, you could end up tacking on thousands more to the cost of your personal loan. At Texas Bay, we offer low rates, personalized customer service, financial education, and fast closing processes. Contact us today.
Okay, so the last time we spoke about the debt level being 8,000 and increasing from 8,000 after 3 months, it goes to 8,612.05. And then moves to, after 6 months to 10,470.99, and then for 9 months it goes to 14,399.09, and then by 12 months it's 22,468. So we can see the debt level increasing significantly over the 12-month period, and that is what happens when you have a credit card with a high APR of 18%. And as it compounds over a 12-month period, it increases to almost double the initial debt level. Now, let's generate some scenarios that we can maybe pursue in terms of managing the situation. So let's say we were to compare several credit cards. Let's say we have credit card of 18%, a credit card with 21.9%, and a credit card with 45%. Now, if the original debt is 8,000 and the credit card is 18%, the interest on that would be 111.11. And if we were to make a minimum payment of 80, that gives us the closing balance after month 1 of 8,031.11, which gives us basically an increase in the interest payment, the increase in the total balance from 8,000 to 31.11. Now, if you have another situation where you have the interest rate of 21.9, so the 8,000 moves to the interest rate on that would give us 133.12, and then the aggregate balance would be 8,133.12. If we made a payment of $80 on that, the balance there would be 8,053.12. Okay, so, and if you want to find the difference between the two, which is the 18 and the 21.9%, that would be 22.01. Not significant. But let's have a look at what happens when it's 45%. Now, the balance again is 8,000, interest rate is 45%. That works out to be 251.58. And then we have the total balance is going to be 8,251.58. If you make an $80 payment on that, your balance is going to be 8,171.58. And if we were to find a difference between 21.9 and 45, we can see that's 118.47. So again, quite a significant amount. Now, if we were to pursue the strategy of balance transfer, let's say we were to do balance transfer with the 3 different credit cards we have. So let's say we started off with the 8,000, and we know after the first month we say, okay, fine, we're changing our mind, changing strategy, we're going to do balance transfer. We're not able to pay off this amount. So immediately the balance moves from 8,000 to 8,031.11. Now we bring that balance into the next credit card because we get, let's say, 12 months free, and then that credit card is 21.9%. But after 12 months, we need to pay something. Let's say we make a minimum payment again of 80. With the interest on that would be 133.63. We're still going to have a balance of 8,084.74, which means that basically we'll have an increase in the debt level by 53.63. And then if we were to say, okay, fine, now we need to get rid of that card, let's transfer to another card at 45%. So that's 8,084.74. And at 45% now, that's 254.25 in terms of interest. So the total debt is now going to be 8,338.99. So after 12 months, as I said before, you have to pay something. So you're more likely going to have something like that. And then you pay 80 on that, and that gives you 8,258.99. So your debt has increased by a balance transfer and paying at least 1 month of the minimum payment on each of them. And we just put it at a fixed amount of 80, and it could even be more. We can see it moves from 8,000, your original card at 18%, to the third card with 45% of 8,258.99. So really and truly, balance transfer doesn't seem to be the strategy to use, because at some point you're going to need to pay something, or you're going to need to keep getting cards to kind of extend the life of the debt. But let's say you were to have a situation where you're going to just pay the minimum for 12 months. So let's say, so the debt is 8,250.99. Let's say we start off with that. With 18%, we know after the first quarter it's going to be 8,716.38. So minimum payment here is not even causing a significant dent, because we start off with a minimum payment of 80, then we increment by 2, so it's 82, and then 84. So if we pay 84 by the third month, it's not a significant dent. It's 8,716.38. And then by the 6th month, we're looking at 10,429.43, even if we make a minimum of payment of 90. And then by the 9th month, it's 14,203.20. So again, it's, a significant increase in the debt. And by the 12th month, we're looking at, if we made a minimum payment of 102, it's 22,035. So making minimum payments over a 12-month period on a credit card actually aggregates the debt. We can have a situation where the debt level almost doubles over a 12-month period. So it is not a prudent way of managing debt. Now let's look at a loan. Let's say we were to get a personal loan, and if we are maybe good, we possibly could get a personal loan with an APR of 2.5. If we get a situation where we have APR of 2.5 with a debt of 8,258.99, so we're changing strategy here. The interest on that is 1,558.35, and the total payment would be 9,817.34, and then we'll have a fixed monthly payment of 136.35. After 12 months, if we pay that consistently, that will aggregate to 1,604.57 or 58, and that is going to reduce the debt to 6,654.41. So using the strategy of a personal loan actually does a much better debt recovery or debt payment strategy than using credit card, because you're pretty much actually stuck with using a credit card. And again, if we were to look at the difference there, we can see we've actually paid 1,604.58. So that reduces the debt, even though we had an increase with interest on it of 1,558.35. But this is fixed over the 72-month period, which is 7 years of this loan. But as you see with the figures here, it's a much better strategy of managing debt compared with just making a minimum payment with the credit card. I hope this actually exemplifies the idea of managing debt via credit card and managing debt via a personal loan. We can see, I mean, a figure speaks for themselves. It's much better to manage a debt via personal loan as compared to a credit card. The main thing is to make sure you get a good APR. You don't want to go to loan sharks that is going to give you, 40 and 30%. You want it to be a relatively low interest rate so that allows you to manage your debt much better. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.